For me, most exciting and best parts about spring training is getting to know some of the young guys who maybe we don't know as well as some of the veteran guys. MacKenzie Gore certainly qualifies as young and exciting. It is your first big league camp, top pitching prospect in all of baseball. Awkward to hear that while I'm sitting next to you perhaps, but how is it so far, your first big league camp?
It's been great. Just being able to be around all the guys. Like you said, my first big league camp, so I'm just trying to learn as much as I can, but it's been a lot of fun so far.
Was there a moment, because we've heard this from other guys before, when you walked in that clubhouse maybe for the first time, or maybe the first time you saw one of the veteran players and you said, whoa, this is big league camp?
Yeah, it's definitely different. The clubhouse is much different than it is on the other side, but once the baseball stuff starts, it's a lot easier because it's just baseball then. So, yeah, there was some times where it's like, oh wow, this is real right now, but it's been pretty good.
Have you set some goals for yourself coming into this spring?
I try not to look too far ahead. That's something I started after 18, and just keep doing things that way and taking it day by day. It sounds, I've said it a lot, so it's tough to hear, but that's what I do, just take things day by day and try not to look too far ahead.
It may come off as a cliche answer, but in my experience, it's actually a very good way to get through a baseball season. I think sometimes fans don't realize how true that day by day thing is. It certainly worked for you last year. You dominated the Cal League, you got your first taste of AA with those Sod Poodles, the champions of the Texas League, we should mention. How would you break down your 2019?
Yeah, it was a good year. There was a lot of good things that happened, and there was also a lot of things that happened that I was able to learn from. When I got in AA, it was, we made a run at the end. It was a lot of fun, and it was just a great way to end the year. Winning a championship, that's what the goal is, so it was fun.
You mentioned that you're the top pitching prospect in all of baseball. How do you handle those expectations, all the chatter? You're not like some, normal guy in the minor leagues maybe who gets to go from town to town and just do his thing, just go pitch, go hit, whatever it might be. I mean, everywhere you go, everybody's talking about, oh, this is the guy. How do you deal with all that?
That's a good question. That's because you can't really, you hear it. You can't, I've always said ignore it, but I appreciate what people say when it's positive. But then I have very high expectations for myself, so really that's what I worry about, and what I think I need to do in my goals, and try to make other people happy and just do that.
All right, so a lot of Padre fans, I'm sure, know your name. They may have seen you pitch on YouTube or little clips on social media, that kind of thing. But many have not had the opportunity to see you pitch in person or live in a game on television, anything like that. Take us through MacKenzie Gore on the mound. What are we looking for as fans? And when you get up on that hill, what do you offer? How do you like to work to hitters?
Well, the first thing you're going to see is the leg kick that people talk about a lot. But I compete, and once I get in between the lines, I'm kind of a lot different guy than I am off the field. I love to compete and I love to win. And I really don't like losing. So that's what you're going to see is a guy that doesn't like to lose, and he just wants to win more than anybody else on the field.
What about away from the field? What are you into? What are you interested in life besides baseball?
I golf. I like the outdoors. Try to just find different things to kind of get my mind off of baseball. And golfing is one of the things we do out here in spring training because the weather's so good. So not very good, but have a good time.
There's plenty of time to work on the golf game. All right, so last year at this time, there was a lot of talk about Chris Paddock. He sort of exploded onto the scene. His journey, not identical to yours, but certainly there's some similarities, and people are pointing it out. So this year, you're here. Reggie Lawson is here. Luis Patino is here. We've read a lot about your relationship with Luis Patino. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so me and Patino played together in the AZO in 2017, and at that point, not a lot of people knew who he was, but I remember watching, I was like, man, this guy's going to be good. And then in 18, he just blew up, and we're very close. It's a really cool relationship. I would probably say it's more like a big brother, little brother relationship if I had to say it. But he's great. I love him to death, and he's a lot of fun to watch and be around.
What about the scouting report from the pitching standpoint? What would you say about him?
He throws hard, and he's got a really good fastball, and his stuff is, he's the real deal. So
he seems like he's got a little flair on the mound too.
Oh yeah. He's gonna do things on the mound and have all this flash, but it's fun.
I've read also too, I mean, you guys have kind of helped each other, you helping him with the English, him helping you with the Spanish. That's kind of a neat dynamic too.
Yeah, I've definitely helped a lot more with his English than my Spanish, because my Spanish still is not very good, but he has helped me, and I appreciate it because it is a lot better than it was, but his English is a lot better than my Spanish.
Really, really cool. MacKenzie Gore, we're going to see a lot of you in the years ahead, I'm sure. Thanks for taking the time, and have a great spring.
Yep, thank you. Thanks for having me.